The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.
Oh my goodness me, I've been dreading doing this topic. It's bringing me out in a cold sweat already, and I feel fear in my body. Now I'm joined by the lovely Anna.
Hello.
Who is a dancer, aren't you? What sort of dance do you tend to do?
Well, ballet mainly. I'm an amateur ballerina, but anything and everything. I really love ballroom and Latin. I've done swing jive, classical Indian, Afro-Cuban. So if it's a class I can get to in London, then I'll be doing it, yeah.
Okay. So you've got vast experience when it comes to dance. On the dating show today, we're talking about dancing and dating, because maybe after the first date you might be put in a situation, maybe that's the wrong way to describe it, you might be in a situation where you need to sort of move a little and do a little bit of dancing. So we've invited Anna on here to give a few tips. The problem I tend to find with myself now is I used to be quite good.
Yes.
But as I've got older, it's all not quite working as well as it should be on the dance floor.
On the dance floor.
Seem to be maybe a bit too quick, a bit of dad dancing, this sort of thing, a bit self-conscious.
I wouldn't worry so much about the dad dancing. I have to say, if you're going for it and dancing with joy and honestly, and even if you do end up looking a bit silly, I think that's vastly preferable to
dance with a free heart.
Exactly. That's vastly preferable to not having a go in the first place, or kind of doing it a bit ironically.
So, I mean, do women find it attractive that a man can dance and even tries to dance,
I'm here
rather
to tell
than
you,
sits in the corner and just has a beer?
Definitely.
Right.
And like if you
that's where I'm going wrong.
And if you're trying to do partner dancing as well, it can be really difficult. It's an art to learn, to partner, and also to be partnered, to follow and to lead. It's
difficult.
Something to learn. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's look at it. Let's go into the slow dance sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of tips can you give us men?
I've got so many tips. I think my number one tip, actually, and don't laugh at me, is just to have a dance at home by yourself.
Really?
Just have a go and get moving. Find
could be interesting.
Find some music that you really like that's key. Make sure it's something you enjoy.
A slow dance we're talking about here, are we? Or
Any kind of dancing, right. I think, and get moving, because for the vast majority of women, from being really tiny,
right,
it's the kind of thing you'll do is dance at home to get with friends, put some music on, put music videos on and copy music videos, and it's a huge thing growing up that women just get used to, and I think culturally men just don't really, do they?
When you're dancing at home on your own, is it a case of in front of the mirror so you can see what you're doing?
Not particularly.
And then you've also got a friend that you think you're dancing with. No, I'm joking.
I think maybe leave the mirrors for the ballet studio, and if you're taking class, I think just have a go and just get into your body a bit. Okay. It sounds funny, but we spend a lot of time, reading documents and in offices and sitting down and kind of forget what it feels like to just move around with freedom sometimes. So I think that's a crucial first step.
So a good tip. So do a bit at home. Do a bit yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Number 2 is start watching dance. So that could be going to the Royal Ballet or going to Sadler's Wells if you want to. Really good date idea, may I say.
What, going to the ballet?
Oh, yeah. Sadler's Wells. Watch them dance if your potential date is interested. Yeah, lovely date.
I've always wanted to go and see Swan Lake.
Oh, yeah, classic. Yeah. Definitely go for that. But it doesn't have to be, out and about. YouTube is such a great resource for dance.
Okay.
And I wouldn't actually start with things like tutorial videos, actually, because they can be a bit stressful and a bit annoying, and you just don't want to deal with that. If you've got kind of no clue as to what dance you really like and where to start, I would actually say that Strictly is a really great place to start with.
Okay.
Because the dances they choose are so different from each other. They all look very, very different. So if you've got no idea what a Charleston looks like, or what the different Latin dances look like, or whatever.
My favourite, actually, is the Argentinian tango.
Yes, a lot of guys say that, actually. It's
that's
lovely.
a sort of sexy dance, isn't it?
It is sexy. And for the guy, it's a lot about, here's my beautiful lady, I'm showing her off, here she is.
But I couldn't do it, I don't think.
I think you might surprise yourself if you took a couple of classes. Anyone can dance, I'm sure. Yeah. But the thing is with Strictly, as well as you'll figure out what kinds of dance styles you like to watch, the pros are just incredible. They're at the top of their fields. And so if you get on YouTube and, you know, you like the look of how this pro dances, they'll have all their championship videos and stuff that, you know, their professional things that they've won prizes with and all sorts. So you can get on a nice little YouTube video chain and just explore loads of dance. And I think it's a really great place to get started, really.
So do a bit yourself at home. Watch Strictly, and Strictly.
Watch Strictly and Pros.
Is about to. It's on at the moment, isn't it?
We're in the pre-Strictly season. It's all kicking off.
Yeah, exactly. They're the main sort of things to do.
At home by yourself, yes.
Anything else we can?
I would always say take classes.
Classes?
Yes. Well, first of all, as with lots of things in life, a great teacher makes all the difference.
Okay.
And, you know, going to dance class, it can be really daunting for absolutely anyone, but especially for guys, I think, just because culturally guys aren't used to going.
I'd feel a bit awkward. I'd feel a bit awkward going to dance class.
I'm sure, but I think it's a little bit like dating, maybe. It's really daunting and you kind of have to take the plunge, and
once you're there, it's not as bad as your imagination.
Yeah, exactly. And for the most part...
It can be, though.
You know, in dance class, for the most part, dancers are really good people and they'll welcome you and, you know... It's not that scary once you start getting going. And we need more guys in dance class. You'll be appreciated.
I could be a roaring success, I think.
Reckon you could.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. And do you still need leg warmers?
Optional. I do find them quite useful in the winter months, but don't panic. They're not.
All right. But just give it a go, guys. Just sort of and free up a bit. Yeah,
definitely. And once you maybe start taking classes, you can go to social dances, which are fabulous and a really nice way to meet people, dance with lots of different people.
I suppose there are women out there as well who can't dance.
Yeah, certainly.
You know, I've just looked at it from the bloke's point of view, but I suppose there are women who are worried about this as well, and they can do what you've just said. Exactly.
And the thing is with social dances as well, as I said just before, dancers are generally a nice lot of people. So if you're a woman maybe going by yourself, you know, I do that all the time. I feel completely safe. People are looking out for each other. It's generally dancers don't really drink as well, so that's another thing. It's not like a club where people, you know, you might not feel safe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good. And just finally, Anna, that's all been really useful. On this slow dance thing,
yes.
I'm always a bit awkward with my hands. I'm not quite sure where to, you know, because you don't want to come across as a bit too forward.
Bit too grabby hands,
not too grabby. So where do you...
Well, proper ballroom hold.
Well, no, not proper, just slow dance after the disco.
Okay, so a good kind of reference point for the hand on the lady's back, which is in fact proper ballroom hold. It should be around where the kind of bra strap is, mid-back. So it's not creeping down to the bum and you're not kind of, you know, threatening to choke her. So it should be kind of quite comfortable. And also with leading and even learning how to follow, that was difficult for me at first. But you've got to kind of remember you're communicating. So you're communicating without words. You can't say, look, I'm going to twirl you now to the left. But you have to communicate that.
I don't know why that's making me laugh. It just, I have a vision of twirling somebody. Right.
Because some guys are surprised where he's like, oh, you didn't do that, what I was just telling you to do. It's like, love, you didn't tell me to do it because you haven't communicated properly. So it is an art to learn, but it's fun getting there and it's fun learning.
Good. Thanks, Anna. That's been brilliant. I have so much to practice. I better get going.
The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.